Happy New Year, everybody. Happy 2025. Slightly late on my greeting to you all, I know, but it's nice to be back. Again, it's just a special, simple recipe that I came across just before Christmas, and John and I have had it a couple of times. John said, you must share that with your YouTube people. I thought, good idea. So let's get to it. It's a one-pot wonder. I love it even more. I've been at work. Actually, I did nights. So I'm shattered. I don't want to be loads of washing up. I don't want loads of messing around. So tonight we are doing, I'll just show you a picture of that. Okay, as you see, it's a Waitrose recipe card. Like I said, picked that up a couple of weeks ago. Thought I'd try it. I've added one or two I find think enhances the recipe, but any recipe can be altered to how you want it. So recipes are only ever a guideline. Always remember that, folks. So we're doing salmon with creamy spinach and beans. Now, if you like, a lot of people say, oh God, beans. But these are cannellini beans, okay? Absolutely fabulous. I love them to bits. In fact, more and more we're using more beans as a vegetable sauce and a protein sauce in our food. So think about that. And they're quite cheap. It doesn't have to be Waitrose. You can go and pick them up Tesco's, Lidl's, Aldi, anywhere. So we're going to be using, this is one onion, medium onion, and it's one large clove of garlic already chopped. We're going to be using creme fraiche. Addition, I'm adding baby courgettes. We've got some baby spinach over there. We've got lemon juice, lemon zest, olive oil, and I'm adding some dill to it. And of course, the star of the recipe is the salmon. Now with the salmon, we're going to start in a minute. I'll show you how to do this. I've took the skin off one, as you can see. I've left the skin on one, and I'll do it with you because some of you youngsters, you van lifers, you may never have took the skin away from a fish. So I'll just, and I'm no expert, trust me guys, but it's fairly simple. So I'll take you through that shortly. But first of all, we sweat the onions, so let's get those on. It's one pan, like I say. You do actually need a pan with a lid, okay? And it's better if you've got maybe a shallow casserole that can go on your hob, because this dish works best that way. And like I say, you do need to cover it. So lid off, and let's just turn the gas on. I'm going to fire it up to get it quite warm. And it says 2 tablespoonfuls of extra virgin olive oil, or any olive oils, or your favourite oil. A lot of people are using avocado oils and things. It's about 2 tablespoonfuls. I'll just take this dill that's here. It's just sat waiting for later on. I'm just going to take the onion and the garlic straight into the pan now. And just, that's going to sweat round. Get that, rid of that into the sink. One spoon. Okay, so coat it nicely in the oil. And then once they start to cook away, sizzle, we're going to put the lid on and let them sweat. And the reason we're letting them sweat is to bring sweetness from them. We really are relying on the sweetness coming from the onion in this dish, because there's not a lot really in it. So there's no heavy stocks or anything like that, which I found made it quite interesting. Right, okay, that's starting to sizzle away. What we're looking for in the onions, it's what you'll see when it says 8 minutes. I think when I did it the last time, it took me about 10 minutes. But what you're looking for is the onions to go goldeny and soft. Not too soft. You don't want them starting to caramelize or anything like that. But you do want them soft and sweated down. And that's when we add the rest of the veg. So I'm just going to, you can hear it sizzling away. You see it sizzling away. Keep an eye on it. Don't just walk away for 8 minutes and think, we trust Susie, 8 minutes will be perfect. No, it won't. It depends on the temperature. And I'm going to bring that quite the way down, and I'll look at it in a couple of minutes to make sure it's not cooking too quickly. I'll also time 8 minutes. Okay, so we've got 2 Scottish salmon fillets here. Okay, as you can see, one's done. So I'm just going to pop that over there. Right. This is a pretty, it's not sharp knife, anything. Right, there's a couple of ways you can do this. I was taught with my granny just to lift the skin and gently with your nails peel it away. But the other way, which is the way a lot of people do, is you press down with the knife. You're lifting the skin and you press down with the knife. Okay, you're not cutting into the flesh. you're just peeling back that skin, putting a little bit of pressure on your fish. Okay, straightforward. Normally when I cook salmon, if I'm just doing, you cook salmon skin down to get a lovely crispy skin. But this recipe is one of those where you don't do that. You want rid of the skin because it would alter the balance and flavour of the recipe too much. Just check along your salmon to make sure you haven't left any little bits of scale like I have there. Just take them away because you don't really want them in. All right, and they just sit there till we're ready to put those in the pan. Right, I'm going to just have a look how the onions are doing. I can smell them. Right, that needs to go further down. They're cooking a little bit faster than what I want them to. You don't want your garlic burning because then the garlic's in there with it, and your garlic would taste very bitter, and that's horrible. So we're getting there. Another few minutes. Okay, and I also, my capers. I've got my baby spinach I'm using. I picked up a bag of baby spinach and it was a bit less than what I used last time. So that's one of the reasons I love baby courgettes. So I thought, might need to bulk it up a bit. So I'm using baby courgettes. You can be imaginative. You could put little pearl new potatoes in with it. It's entirely up to you. Capers do need to go in though. You know, they're of the sea. They're beautiful with salmon. And they add a lovely, just a little taste to it, lovely nice taste, a bit like when you're making a tartare sauce. So they're going in as well. Okay, so now we're just going to, this is the creme fraiche that I use. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's far superior to any other creme fraiche I use. It is a little bit more expensive, but when you've got a beautiful fish like salmon, why not spoil it? Unusual for me, there's actually no wine in this. You could, if you really wanted to, put a glass of white wine in as well. It wouldn't really, because we're using lemon juice for the acid balance, it would compensate that. Yeah, I'd use the lemon juice as well actually and still put the glass of wine in. But no, I won't tonight. I'm going to be good, although I am going to drink a glass of wine with the salmon. I'm not going to add it to the dish. So just to inform you guys, it says it's a 5-plant variety dish, this one. So I'm not too sure where they get the 5 plants from. They must be counting the olive oil, the lemons, and the beans, of course, the spinach, and the garlic and the onion. Yeah, so you've done it. So you've got 5 plants in there. It's all about our healthy eating. Right, okay, guys, that looks beautiful. It's soft, semi-translucent. Looks lovely. It smells good. Right, okay, next step. Capers. Right, okay. So we're going to turn it up a little bit because it says fry those off 2 minutes. We'll get those going. Right, okay. And now I'm going to put the spinach in 2 batches really. And we're just going to let that wilt its way down. Before you add any more, just wait for that to, it does need to be wilted. Okay, second batch going in. Again, we need to wilt this down. I think at the same time as I'm wilting down, I'm just going to chuck the courgettes in as well, the baby courgettes. So when the spinach is wilted, we add the beans. Now, I drained, that is the bean liquid, because we actually add stirring the beans and the 4 tablespoonfuls of reserved liquid. So I'll just stir it around first. Let me just get it all stirred in together. So it's quite strange, you keep some of the bean liquid. In fact, that was all that came out of that can. I think it's to do with starch. They're wanting some of the starchiness out of the beans to be in here. So we're going to add 4 tablespoonfuls of the liquid that came out of the can of beans. 2, 3, 4. 3 tablespoonfuls of creme fraiche. 1, 2, 3. As you can see, mine are level, not because I love creme fraiche. And our lemon zest. Oh, it smells so lovely. The dill. Okay, now this lovely mixture is what we're going to poach our salmon in, basically. Now I'm going to put some salt in, a couple of good few twists of salt. I want some black pepper. Oh, that smells so good. Okay, now, and we just, as they say, nestle it into our sauce. And now we turn that down. That wants to be gently simmering, so we do want bubbles, but we've got to be very careful. I think 7 to 8 minutes we'll poach that. So you put your lid on and just keep checking on it, guys. And it's just gently poaching it away. If it goes too low, I think that's fine, because you do want everything to cook through thoroughly, but you don't want to spoil your salmon. Okay, so 7 or 8 minutes, we should be ready to serve that. See you shortly. Right, okay guys, this has had its time and that salmon's looking beautiful. So it's just time to add the lemon juice. It's just a taste, so it's only going to be a splash, just to really lift the dish. Cut some of your creaminess. Right, that should be enough. Probably a tablespoonful is all I've added. I don't think it was any more than that. And I will just get a teaspoon, just taste that sauce, in case I think it needs any other extra seasoning. That's perfect. Right, get this salmon out. That piece is just broken. Oh, never mind. Right. Beautiful. Some fresh gel on the top there. Right guys, there we are. That's our finished salmon. For anyone that loves salmon, also for people who are a bit frightened of cooking fish, I find this, because I'm not a big fish eater at all, so this for me works brilliantly. It's very saucy, it's very creamy, you taste the lemon, it's got the beans, it ticks so many boxes for me, so that's why I really enjoy it. And like I say, anyone that's nervous about cooking fish, you can't really go wrong, other than you can overcook the salmon. But if you stick to this, I would say if you've got great big thick fillets, so on the counter, that came off the, well, it was already sealed up and made, but on the fresh counter, the salmon fillets were double the size, which A, would have made them expensive, and also they would have took longer to cook. So you've got to bear in mind what size fish you're actually cooking. This is designed for those pre-packed fillets, and it cooks beautifully. That was 8 minutes, 7.5 minutes. I turned the gas off, so 8 minutes you can say. But one pan, a lovely dish. You can change it. You could put new potatoes, but you would need to have your new potatoes. I would parboil them because it's only on a simmer. You need vegetables that cook soft and quick. The little baby courgettes are beautiful, just gone beautifully soft with still a little bit of a crunch, which is how I'd like them. So give this a try. I think it would be a great supper. The actual recipe will be in the description, so you can check there. And it's nice to be back for this one. I'll just be coming back, as I've said to you in the last few videos I've done. I'm coming back spasmodically with dishes that really appeal to me, because I've just got so many other things going on. I'm developing my travel channel now. We've got lots of exciting places we're going to visit this 2025, hopefully, God being with us. So give it a try, folks. Let me know what you think. Lovely to, well, all my wishes to all of you that you have a good year. Mwah. Bye for now.